Apparently, Wandile Duba said the reason why Relebohile Mofokeng is flourishing the way he is at Orlando Pirates is because he's not playing under pressure. He's surrounded by some top players. He is led and coached by an elite coach in Jose Rivero. He's playing for a team that is doing well. Now everyone is attacking Wandile Duba for those words. Is the boy right, or is he making some valid points? Now, I do go by the name of Oscar. Since football, why engage and discuss on anything to do with soccer, from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. The article I got from Sozela, I don't know how reliable it is, but it was just interesting that I actually saw that article, and whether it's true or not. But what's more important is if indeed is there anything to take from what Duba is saying, is that you know what, he actually makes some valid points. And this is not even to take anything away from the president of Gen Z, President Yama 2K. I mean, Relebohile Mofokeng has been absolutely outstanding. From last year, he just kept now 50 caps for Orlando Pirates, and 19-year-old, and he's just growing in every game that he's playing. So this is not to dampen the boys' dedication, commitment, talent, discipline, but as Dube has said, is he not playing for a very good team, surrounded by great players, coached by an elite coach that has just now won 5 trophies in his 3 seasons at Orlando Pirates? And he's not saying that Relebohile Mofokeng is not gifted, is not talented, but he's just mentioning all of those points. And in the reality of the realms, it is true that it counts to be at the right place and at the right time. It really counts. Remember Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, CR7. These are players that played in the same era. And one can actually argue to say that an Iniesta should have, would have, could have won the Ballon d'Or. But unfortunately for an Iniesta, he was playing in an era where a Messi and a CR7 were extremely good, were just from another planet. But it doesn't take away how gifted, how committed, how talented a Xavi was or an Iniesta. It's just that they were playing in the same time and the same era and the same generation as these two immortal beings in Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. And those are just the realities. Already in the PSL, we have some good youngsters, and the good thing about the national coach, Bafana coach Hugo Bros, that is that he is giving these young players a chance in the Bafana setup. You have a Thabiso Sesano called up, he's 23 or 24. You have a Tapelo Maseko that was included in the AFCON squad that eventually got bronze in Ivory Coast in January of this year. And you've got a number of these players that are just good, but it just counts to be at the right place and at the right time. The boy Wandile Duba, that is, he's saying, I've played for a Kaizer Chiefs that has been constantly chopping and changing coaches. A club that now is going to its 10th year drought in not winning any silverware. We are constantly playing under pressure. If you don't win games, we are at the risk of fans throwing missiles at us. So the boy is making valid point, but this is not to take away the brilliance, the excellence, the commitment of Relebohile Mofokeng. We have a player like Rhodes playing for a Cape Town City. He's playing for a relatively smaller club. But what if a Rhodes was playing for a Sundowns and was actually getting minutes at Sundowns? He would probably be elevated at the same level as your Relebohile Mofokeng. We have a player that played for SuperSport. Fortunately for him, he was bought by Club Brugge in Belgium. Chandre Campbell was outstanding in his first season, given an opportunity by Gavin Hunt, who really believes in these young players. But he was playing for a Campbell. I sometimes wonder if Hugo Bruce was going to give this guy a chance, if maybe he was playing for an Orlando Pirates as well, or for Mamelodi Sundowns, or a Kaizer Chiefs. So it just counts just to be in these big clubs. I mean, being in these big clubs and being there at the right time and at the right place. Valid points by Wandile Duba, and I don't see a reason why people should actually be attacking the young man in voicing out his opinion and giving his views. Mdu Shabalala for Kaizer Chiefs has been outstanding. Mfundo Vilakazi, he's gradually growing into that senior team as a young man. He's doing well, and I actually wish all of these young players I've mentioned that they grow, and then in the positions they have in the various teams. Relebohile Mofokeng at Pirates, Rhodes at Cape Town City, Thapelo Masego at Sundowns has been hampered by injuries. I think hamstring injury he got at AFCON. He has not really been himself ever since coming back from AFCON. Wandile Duba, you are not playing that center forward role anymore, but you are now used more as a left winger or fullback or left winger. Chandre Campbell, we are obviously not playing for the Premiership. I think you're playing for the, what do you call the side, the reserve side of Club Brugge, but hopefully you'll grow as you are in Belgium and become a better person. So great future for South Africa, great future for Bafana. We've got good players, young players in probably all the positions. Thabiso Sesan, as I've said, called in, playing for Orlando Pirates. Luke Leroux, 24-year-old, developed at SuperSport. Now he's in Sweden, I think, 24 years old as well. Brilliant defensive midfielder. So the future looks bright for Bafana, and people must not just be petty when they must not pick on these young players because of what they said. Yes, I know. Sometimes maybe these players, they need other people to speak some sense into their ears, into their minds. I remember Wandile Duba, he scored a cracker against Golden Arrows last season. And then there was a follow-up match. I think it was the semi-final or a Soweto derby. And when he was asked on an interview, I think he said things alongside, we're not scared of Orlando Pirates. We will do to them as we did to an Arrows. So maybe he just needs to grow on how to deal with the press, journals, be trained on what to say, what not to say, count his words. But outside that, I'm just happy that we've got a good crop of young players that can potentially represent the nation tomorrow. Seeing this space and this content for the very first time, we really appreciate if you join this community, subscribe to the channel, and give this video a big like if you got any value from it. As one who's following African football, South African football, really appreciate your support. And I end it there by declaring, may my God bless you all.